Some adults don't grow up. They just get better at hiding their bullying. They're not pushing kids on the playground anymore. They're destroying confidence in boardrooms, sabotaging relationships, and even terrorizing people online. But why does this happen? Why do some childhood bullies grow up to become dangerous adult bullies? Stay with me, because understanding this isn't just interesting, it can protect your mental health and, honestly, save you from getting involved with the wrong people. So, let's start at the beginning. How does childhood bullying even develop? It really boils down to a few key factors. First, they learn very early on that bullying works. As kids, they discover that intimidation and aggression give them things they crave: attention, power, a sense of control, and even social dominance. If this behavior is never corrected by parents or teachers, their brain starts to treat it like a reward system. The message gets wired in. If I want something, bullying is the fastest and most effective way to get it. This belief, unfortunately, follows them right into adulthood. Another major piece of the puzzle is a lack of crucial emotional skills. Many childhood bullies are, to put it simply, emotionally immature. They never properly learned empathy, the ability to understand or feel what another person is experiencing. They weren't taught healthy conflict resolution, so every disagreement feels like a battle that must be won. They struggle with healthy communication and can't regulate their own emotions. Without these fundamental skills, adulthood becomes a confusing, threatening battlefield, and bullying becomes their only known weapon to navigate it. And of course, we have to talk about home environments. Now, it's important to say that not all bullies come from bad homes, but it's a significant pattern. Many have experienced things like overly harsh or authoritarian parenting, emotional neglect where their own needs were ignored, or even direct exposure to violence. In homes with no clear boundaries or accountability, a child might learn that the only way to survive is to be aggressive and dominant. Bullying, in this context, becomes a survival strategy. And survival strategies rarely just disappear. They evolve, so the bully grows up. But why are they so much more dangerous as adults? Childhood bullying hurts. There's no doubt about it. But adult bullying can completely destroy lives. Here's why. First, they become masters of manipulation. Adult bullies rarely shout or use physical force. They strategize. They are experts at humiliation without witnesses, making sure there's no proof. They are masters of gaslighting, making you question your own sanity and perception of reality. They will sabotage your work or your relationships behind your back and skillfully turn other people against you. And here's the masterstroke. When they're finally confronted, they flawlessly play the victim, making you look like the aggressor. They've learned to bully with tactics, not tantrums. Second, they hide behind status and power. As adults, bullies are drawn to positions where their behavior is not just tolerated, but sometimes even protected or rewarded. They seek out roles as managers or senior leaders in companies. They build up social influence or become the dominant partner in a romantic relationship. They amass huge online followings. They use this power as both a shield to protect themselves from consequences and a weapon to exert control over others. And the scariest part? They understand the consequences, but they simply don't care. Unlike a child who might not fully grasp how much their words hurt, an adult bully knows. They know their actions cause pain. But a few things are going on inside them. They still lack empathy. They genuinely enjoy the feeling of dominance, and they are terrified of losing control. Their sense of self-worth is often so fragile that it depends entirely on feeling superior to others. This makes their bullying calculated and intentional, not impulsive or accidental. So, where do these adult bullies thrive? Let's look at the different settings where you're most likely to encounter them. The workplace is probably their favorite playground. An adult bully at work will constantly undermine your ideas in meetings, often with subtle put-downs. They'll take credit for your hard work, presenting it as their own. They might micromanage you, not to ensure quality, but to control you and make you feel incompetent. They are the source of toxic environments, spreading rumors and pitting colleagues against each other. They make you doubt your own competence until you question if you even belong there. And the truly dangerous part is that many people don't even realize they're being bullied. They just think it's normal workplace pressure or a demanding boss. Next, we have romantic relationships. This is where bullying can become deeply psychological and incredibly damaging. In a relationship, an adult bully will try to control your choices, who you see, where you go, what you wear. They use emotional manipulation, like guilt trips or the silent treatment, to get their way. They criticize everything you do, from your hobbies to your friends, slowly chipping away at your self-esteem until you feel small and worthless. They work to create dependency, making you feel like you can't survive without them. And they will gaslight you into silence, convincing you that you read too sensitive or imagining things when you try to voice your hurt. Then there are social circles. Have you ever been in a friend group with one person who seems to call all the shots? Bullies dominate friend groups by using tactics like public mockery disguised as jokes, excluding certain people to create an in-crowd, and constantly gossiping to control the narrative. They intimidate others into agreeing with them and are experts at turning people against each other. They need to create a social hierarchy where they are always, without question, at the very top. And finally, we have online spaces. Cyberbullying is really just adult bullying in disguise, but amplified. The internet gives them a global audience and, often, the shield of anonymity. Online, they can harass, troll, and shame people with little to no immediate consequence. They will launch public attacks, rally their followers to join in, and seek constant attention through cruelty. The detachment of the screen seems to remove any final barrier of restraint they might have had. So here's the final message I want you to take away. Adult bullies didn't just appear out of nowhere. They started as kids who were never taught empathy. Kids who were never held accountable for their actions. Kids who learned early on that power and validation come from hurting others. But you watching this right now, have the power to break this cycle in your own life. By learning to recognize these behaviors early, you can protect your peace, your confidence, and your future. You can refuse to participate in their games, set firm boundaries, and choose to surround yourself with people who lift you up, not tear you down. Understanding this isn't about pointing fingers. It's about self-preservation. It's about empowering yourself with knowledge. If you want more videos that help you protect your mental and emotional well-being, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you can stay informed. Thanks for watching.